This is my previd to a long anticipated video that I've been thinking about more dang more and more throughout my life. And so anyway, this is going to revolve around not even predictive programming, but just the fact that, of course, all video games and media and TV shows and movies are all about the same thing. It's literally the same story with different characters told in different ways by the perspective of either the bad guys or the good guys, or you can't really tell which one is which. This is also going to revolve around the agenda of not even just child abuse, but the agenda of abuse in general, and how the point of trauma is mind control, multiple personalities, MK Ultra. I don't even know if I could say that, but I probably say it a lot anyway in videos. I'm also going to go over how one of the points of trauma is to get people to want to become transhuman. And that's going to go into anointed people. Also, the star seeds, the secret hybrid people, or creatures that really look like people that are hiding in the shadows, that also get dragged through the Cash for Kids system branches. Which I forgot to mention, I'm going to talk about the Cash for Kids system and the human cash cow systems, as I like to call them. This is going to revolve around the type of books and games and movies and cartoons that are more likely to appeal to you and why. Well, maybe these are going to be separate videos, but overall, I really want the first video to be about transhumanism, or wanting to be transhuman due to trauma. A quote that I'm going to use is going to be from this boy I met in the Cash for Kids system, who went on this rant about how he was immortal, which this is one trauma symptom revolving around how when a lot of things happen to you that shouldn't have happened and that you should have died from, and you miraculously don't die, you can start to believe that either you're God or you're immortal or something like that, which is really something that, wait a minute, how do I put it? It's another cognitive distortion to like confuse you about the fact that you're anointed or prophetic. I'm also going to go over hidden meanings in movies and shows like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, which that was a movie that obviously was about a prophetic kid who could see the future in his dreams, and how he knew that eventually a robot creature was going to take over. The usual little predictive programming that's in literally anything and everything you watch. And then Spy Kids, which is also tied to the Shark Boy and Lava Girl movie, which of course that's about trauma-based mind control, the Cash for Kids system, forcing people to carry out certain tasks, which is in certain branches of trafficking, which isn't a new concept. It's connected to gangs and like the origin of gangs, which of course gangs are also rooted in the occult, which is why you have the GDs, and they use the little symbol they use, which I don't think I can say much about that without this getting taken down. I also think that GD has something to do with the angry off branches of Yasharil wanting to rebel. But that's another video. So they use that six-pointed star, which is the highest symbol in the occult, which also goes back to the serpent seed and that group that they're in, which starts with K and ends off with an L sound and has 22 paths. And then there's the Bloods, and their name is obvious. But those are just the overt signs that gangs are rooted in the occult, aside from the actual history behind it. But anyway, the point of me mentioning all that is because gangs are obviously tied into
and
the
turn them
cult,
into
which they are
assassins
part
and
of the
different
cult,
things like
and
that.
trafficking. And
So
this
like
also
the
goes back
MK Ultra
to
stuff, it's not new
even
concept,
ancient
it's the same old
European
stuff.
times,
Because of course
where they would
manipulation,
kidnap
which is
kids
mind
and
control,
brainwash them,
which is also emotional abuse, is witchcraft. And there's a lot I could say about that, which is separate from all the different rituals you can do to fracture someone's soul and give them splits. So yeah, Spy Kids is obviously about human trash.
And of course, music is pushed to certain people, especially true Yasharel, but certain people in general, to appeal to them if they have certain types of trauma and generational curses. Also to appeal to people with certain spirits or initiate you if you don't already have those spirits. And aside from that, I also noticed that people who have been at Satan are like Hello Kitty, so that kind of goes hand in hand with all this. But anywho, I'm really going to try to put this video out there. It's just kind of hard because I'm not really good at like expressing myself or what I mean or what I'm talking about. And so then I procrastinate due to that and other reasons. But I'm really going to try to get these out one by one. Okay, actually, I forgot to mention Spy Kids and the connection to Stranger Things, which Stranger Things is also about real experiments. And that can also tie back to the school system branch of the Cash for Kids system, which, of course, the boarding schools, military schools, Catholic schools, and special ed is under that. And AG is connected to the Super Soldiers, MK Ultra and experiment programs. And AG is also a branch of special ed on the other side of the umbrella, which both sides of special ed, the quote-unquote retarded one, the quote-unquote behavioral or racial one, and AG are all Ramco, MK Ultra, torture, all that stuff, which is then tied to the mental health system, which of course is a branch of the Cash for Kids system and human cash cow systems. They even have secret lists of autistic kids, or quote-unquote autistic kids, as they like to call people, who can read minds. So, yeah.